Oh shit, I wasn't recording, guys. Sorry.
See, I reminded you.
You did. And I said, Teresa, I got it. Don't worry about it. And I still forgot. Okay, so in your kit, you should have rosebuds. Do you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you should also have peppermint. So I know the green ones are going to look the same, but if you open the bag, you can smell it and you'll be able to smell the mint if that's peppermint.
Oh,
So I've got a question while we're all kind of like unpacking.
Yeah,
our herb.
it's fine.
So in your herb kits that you sent,
Mhm.
you sent some oils.
Mhm.
Can you tell me what the two different oils are?
Yeah, and that's a good question. Let me write this down. You guys like how dramatic I am with my fancy pen?
Live for it. I have
Like,
two of them. I have a white one and I have a peacock one too, because I was like, I love it. I love stationery and I love writing because I write in calligraphy. And I'm like, yes.
My husband's like, really? Are you just gonna use that every time? Like, you're like, it doesn't fit in my purse.
Right? Use it as a hairpin. That way you can just pull it out and be like,
Oh yeah.
hold on just a
Oh,
moment.
that's a good idea. Don't give me ideas, Giovanni. Okay. So the oils, one was, oh, I'm trying to think. It's my grounding oil. And then the other one is, let me grab it because it's right there. Oh yeah, I remember. Clove. It smells a little like spicy, right? So it's your clove.
Okay.
Yeah, so the reason why I did those is because you guys are going to create your own oils. We'll go through that once we get to, I think it's module 3 about the potions and creating your own stuff.
Are these like essential oils or these oils that you've already like infused yourself?
They're essential oils, and so you guys are going to infuse it with your own magic.
Okay, cool.
That's the goal. Yeah, so
That's
that's
cool.
just right. That's just how it came in. Is like, no, they need to create it. Like, just give them the tools. Like, okay. All right. So you guys have peppermint in one of the bags. I know I was gonna write on there, but that didn't happen.
you need a secretary.
I do. Teresa, why do you have to call me out? Come on.
Well, if you didn't live so darn far away, I'd just drive over there to help you every time.
I mean, you have that RV. You're more than welcome to come help me. Just say it. And so, okay, so did everybody find their peppermint? Hopefully. Okay, so Giovanni did. So then one of them is going to be mugwort. Mugwort is more of like it's kind of, how do I describe it? It's not like cannabis, but a little fluffier.
I was gonna say it's got more of that cushy,
Yeah, yep.
pillowy
Kind of feeling. Yeah, so that's mugwort.
The one that looks fuzzy.
Yeah.
Mugwort. Okay.
So that's 2 greens. We have the red, the roses. How many other packs do you have with herbs?
Dandelions.
Uh-huh.
And then two more green ones.
Okay, so the other 2 greens, one is lemongrass. It's not going to have a strong smell. Actually, this is going to be, I didn't think about this.
Is it? And then one's oregano, right?
No.
Okay, what was that smell then?
I should have definitely wrote on. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah. That's we'll have to smell them each and every time. No. Okay. This one here smells like grass or alfalfa with a real sweet smell to it.
So that would be your lemongrass.
Okay. And then this one,
if you can show me the package. So when they just tell me to create these things, guys, like I just
there.
Oh, that one is Oh, Rue. Sorry, guys. R-U-E.
Mm-hmm.
It really
See, this
doesn't have
is a good way for like people to like vibe with them and figure out like, okay, this one smells like this and this one smells like that. So that way you can
this is good.
differentiate them.
Yeah, so you guys get to
Yeah.
learn how
Yeah,
to
see, we're learning herbs, you know.
so yeah, Rue, and I'll talk, and if you guys want to write on those, that's fine. Rue, the reason why, because you guys probably haven't worked with it, but it's very protective, very grounding. And so we'll get into that in our other modules. I need to stay focused. So, okay, so now that we figured that out,
Rue's also good when you're sick for a cold. My essential oils, I have a Rue.
oh, do you?
Uh-huh.
All right. So here we're going to talk about herbs. So there are cooling herbs, and I kind of touched up on this, you know, in our when I did the welcome video, but you also have your warming herbs. So you can consume and smoke some herbs. However, I do want to make sure that you guys understand that you cannot smoke or consume every herb. There are some that are poisonous, you know, just so you guys are aware of that. So we will go through which ones you can smoke or consume and not. For example, lemongrass can actually be very toxic if you use too much. So there are 1,000 different herbs that we could talk about, but I'm just going to keep it at the basic because again, I don't want you guys to get overwhelmed. And I don't know in the future if I'm called to teach like more in depth, then obviously you guys will get a discount rate or probably free, most likely. But for now, I feel because level 1, what we did is we were able to connect to the plants. If you haven't gone back and rewatched all of the modules, we were able to connect to the plants, to the herbs, learn how to really connect to that inner green witch within ourselves. So this is just a whole other, I guess, layer of it. And there's more. So I do have some on here. Cannabis is one. And I really felt called to just put a little bit of words to kind of show you guys like what each herb or flower or plant is good for. So your cannabis, for example, it's kind of like a lavender, in my opinion, is it really does relax the mind. It's also considered a cooling plant because it provides a relaxation. You have chamomile, lemon balm, peppermint is good for manifestation. Rose, you think about heart center chakra, right? And that's also an antidepressant. We have all these different herbs. So if you guys have a lot of these at home, or if you just come upon them, just kind of connect with them on a deeper level and how you can use it for your journey. So cooling and warm herbs. What does the term cooling and warming mean? So like I mentioned, the warmer herbs are going to warm up the body. And I'll share an example where it's going to speed up the metabolism. Meanwhile, your cooling herb is going to like calm down the body, right? So if you have insomnia, for example, you would want to use lavender because it's a cooling and it's going to help to bring your whole nervous system down. So make sure you read that. I don't want to just like keep reading. I want to make sure that I'm connected with you guys. So you guys have all these beautiful herbs to look at. So we have chamomile. When you think of every plant and herb, think of how it makes you feel. And I say the same with crystals, right? So if you have a pink crystal, it's probably going to make you feel like more in love, more, you know, connected to your heart. If you see a yellow crystal, it's going to bring the sunlight, right? You feel more happier. The same as with the herbs. So we have chamomile, which is really good for balancing your energy, emotional balance. So I wrote the qualities on there. When it's okay, so when you're in balance and you need chamomile, you will feel upset, moody, you probably feel irritated. So if you feel any of those that I just said, then that's when you already know, or you can tell your client that they probably need to start using chamomile a little bit. That could be in an oil, that could be in a tea blend, that could be making a tincture. It doesn't matter, but that's going to help to balance your internal self. Associated with the sun. So that's just, that information. And I also give you guys the nutrients because I felt that was important. I don't know why, but I mean, it's always good to know why would we work with chamomile, and how it's going to benefit us, as well as understanding like the ingredients, right? So, or the nutrients that it has and how it's going to make you feel. Properties are anti-anxiety, antibacterial, fungal. So you see all that. And I don't want to go too much into this because you guys can read it on your own. But when you think about, so winter is getting ready to come. So you might have like the winter blues. You might feel sad. You might feel just tired, right? So what can you use to uplift your spirit or uplift yourself? That's where you would work with a chamomile or lavender. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. So then we have peppermint, lavender. Okay, so cannabis. So I felt really called to include cannabis. The more that I was just connecting to spirit, it was just more so of like they don't have to like do it just to get high. There's like more to it. And just not taking, not abusing it. But so I put some little information in there for you guys to have. Rosemary. But let me look for where I was going. So yes, so your cooling and warming herbs. So we'll go back to that. Let me move this because it's kind of weird seeing it. So your cooling herbs are used to remove excess heat, to give you more of that strength that you need inside, associated with elements that can include hot flashes, dryness, dizziness, insomnia, right? So then you have your warming herbs, which are usually used to help treat weakness, coldness, inflammation, lower back pain. If you just feel super down, this is where you want to bring yourself up by using a warming herb. Does that make sense? So let me stop sharing because now we're going to do our exercise. All right. So okay. Are there any questions yet before I keep going? Because I could keep going.
No.
Okay. Erin, any questions?
Nope, sorry. I'm good. I'm watching. I'm just kind of doing some stuff at the same time. So
okay.
I do apologize, but this is awesome so far. So you're doing so great.
Awesome. So you guys have your cards, your herb tarot cards. So Herb Crafter, I think is what it's called. Is that what it is? I think it's Herb Crafter.
Herb Crafter's Tarot.
Yes. Yeah. So I want you guys, what we're going to do right now with those is anytime you get any cards, whether they're gifted to you or you buy them, it's important that you cleanse them and connect to them. So it's super important. The reason why I say that is because, just kind of like your crystals as well, like energy just gets attached to things, and it will. So it's super important that you practice that so that way you're not bringing in all that negative stuff, or to be more connected to the divine is how I see it. So you guys can so we're gonna do your cards, and I'm gonna teach you guys how I cleanse and connect to my cards. So I want you guys to just look at your cards, connect with them. Just look at the image, notice any patterns, thoughts or feelings. So this will take a little bit of time as we go through each card. Pay attention to what you notice. Like I randomly noticed sacred geometry on one of the cards. And if there's one that sticks out, let me know. All right. And so now that you went through each card, I just want you guys to just close your eyes and just hold your cards towards your heart. And just set the intention for the cards to provide you any answers that you're needing to cleanse and clear them. And so now that they're cleared, you can go ahead and work with them now. You could also, if you guys in the future, you can also use just sage and sage each card. But it's also powerful to remember that your intention is like powerful as well. So these cards you're going to put at your altar. You guys are going to pull a card. I guess I should tell you your homework. Hold on. So you're going to pull 3 cards daily. This could be in the morning, this could be at night, maybe before you go to bed tonight. You want to pull 3 cards, go ahead. At your altar space. But however, this is what I want on your altar space that I'm being guided to tell you is, yes, your cards. One of your tea light candles, your wooden box, and I'll write this down. Candle, card. Your dish that you're gonna, because I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna create. You're gonna put your dish there as well. And so every day I challenge you guys to pull 3 cards a day. Some of the things you can ask for is just like, is everybody comfortable with pulling cards? I guess I should go there. I don't want you guys to overthink it, so that's why I don't like try to say too much on that. Just go with your flow, go with the flow. So you can just do something as simple as this, pick a card. You can also split 1, 2, 3, pick a card. You can just separate them and pick a card. You don't have to, I don't want you guys to overthink it because this is the power of our intuition, which ironically, one of the cards is intuition that I had. So with that being said, pull the 3 cards. You can look at the book, but I also want you to connect with the herb that it has for you. So I know some of it is sunflower and it tells you a little bit about it. So make sure that you are able to really sit with it and the message. Does that make sense? Hopefully.
What did you just say now, Maury?
So, okay. So every day to our next class.
Yeah.
Okay. At your altar, you're going to have one of the green candles. Okay.
Yeah, I got all that.
Okay.
pulling 3 cards and then something else. And it just went.
No, and then you're gonna have your that dish that I gave you guys, and your spoon. Yep, and your herbs. Have all that together. But every morning or every night, sometime during the day, pick 3 cards for
Okay.
yourself. And really allow yourself to resonate with the meaning or the herb. So, has everybody met their inner green medicine witch or what is that? That was weird. If you haven't, I could do a small meditation right now so you guys can connect with them and feel their energy. I know Erin really loved this because she was able to connect, to her inner green witch, but also her gatekeeper. So if you guys want to do that, let me know. And it's also on level 1. So if you haven't seen level 1, I introduce you to your inner green witch and your gatekeeper. So you can always do that. All right. So now I want you guys to really sit with, what is it that you want to work on? Do you want to work with uplifting your spirit? How about work or dealing or healing depression, anxiety? What's something that you want to work on?
Just one thing?
I mean, you could do several, but the reason why I say just one for now is because I'm going to have you guys create your own loose burning blend that you can burn, as like you would if it was sage. But you're going to create your own blend and use the herbs that align to what you're needing. So for example, depression, right? So I would most likely use a warming herb such as, what would I use? I could use mugwort. That would be some of it or one part of it. But also that's why in the workbook you guys have like all the information about all the herbs. I would also use rose to kind of connect back to my heart chakra to balance myself. Maybe I'll use a little bit of rue. And I really just want you guys, because it's what I have done in the past is give everybody the recipes, but I really, at this level, I want you guys to create your own magic, to create your own blend. So that's why this was really calling to me. I guess in a sense to empower you guys, because I'm just here giving the message. Oh, it's another one. So uplifting your spirit, right? So you can use, what did I give you guys? Dandelion. Peppermint. You can use dandelion. You can use peppermint. Yeah. So your homework, you don't have to use the whole bag because I want you guys to just test it out as you go. And don't worry, if we need more herbs, I'll send it to you later as this class goes. But right now we're just focusing on the herbs. Any questions yet? All right. So then I was guided about Florida water. So I'm super excited about this. And I don't think I shared that workbook yet. So those of you guys who have my Florida water, you know how beautiful it is. I will tell you that not every blend is the same. It's just not. So let me look for it. So the herbs. Oh yeah, here we go. Cool. Oh, escape. So that way I can share. You guys are gonna love this. I hope you do it at least. Share. Okay, can you guys see this. And I will actually, now that I think about it, I need to upload it on the workbook or on the website. So Florida Water. Florida Water is one of our sellers. Florida Water, so you see it at like your metaphysical stores. It's usually in a long bottle. It smells like a lot of chemicals. But traditionally, Florida Water was used for so many, for centuries and different cultures. They each have their own unique gift to it. But the way it's usually made is it's actually alcohol based. And with that, also using natural ingredients. So we'll talk more about that. So you should have florals, spices, aromatic greens, and this will help to create your Florida Water. So now I'm going to have you guys think a little bit deeper now. So if you're having depression, or if you feel like you just need to raise your vibration or whatever it is, I want you to think about the herbs as well. So for example, if I'm creating a Florida Water to help protect my energy, but to also release my depression, I would most likely use like lavender in it. Any of the herbs that I would use to burn. So lavender, I would use like your citruses, different spices is what I would use as well. You guys don't have to think that deep. So if it's easier for you, just do it this way, because it might be a little bit complicated. What you're going to do is you're going to use vodka. So if the main ingredient is vodka, you could grab whatever vodka you want. It could be the cheap one. It doesn't matter. Vodka will help to preserve it. However, if you're in recovery, because I've had several students that are in recovery, you can use witch hazel, which you could find at Walmart or any of your stores. So with that, you're gonna use, and I give you the instructions here, and I'll upload it in your book. So you have 3 parts of your aromatic greens. So this could be your rosemary, lemongrass, whatever you find, whatever you have in your cabinet. If you have oregano, if you have garden sage, if you have peppermint, just get a little creative with it. So yes, I gave you some of the herbs, but those herbs are actually going to be used for burning. So this one you might have to go to the store if you don't have anything at home. Also 3 parts of citrus. So this could be your lemon, grapefruit, limes. 2 parts of spice, which would be clove, cinnamon, star anise. Did you guys see your star anise? And that's why I provided it in there, because you could use that as well. 1 part florals. So this is your roses, lavender, calendula, whatever you find in your yard. There's no limit. And so you have 2 ways to make this, either by boiling it or allowing it to sit in a dark area for about a month. And so when you boil it, you don't want it too high. You want it at medium. And as you're doing this, so before you even begin, you're going to cleanse your space. You're going to cleanse yourself. You're going to ask the divine and your guides and your inner green witch to come through and guide you. And so this is where you then add the vodka into the pot or the jar, however you choose to do it. And then your florals, your limes, your spices. Actually, I can grab one of mine that I think I have. I do, cool. So here, this one has been sitting here for a while. And the reason why I do this is because I want to show you guys now I remember. I didn't boil it. So I just added the vodka, the citrus. It's actually should be good now. Oh, it smells really good. Woo. But when you know it's ready, if you choose to not boil it, is the way you know it's ready is because of the smell. It's not so much vodka, and it's more of your citrus, your florals. You can also add essential oils to it. So the reason why I share this is because Florida water is very protective. Florida water is very cleansing and clearing. So maybe you can't burn sage every day, right? You could use your Florida water. And if you guys want to sell it, you can do it too. So allow yourself to just give yourself permission to do so. Okay. Any questions? Is this making sense?
Making sense, but I just have a question. Okay, because I went out and I read up on Florida water and stuff like that. So do they make it? Is it just, do they make it for different things that you want to do? Do you know what I'm saying?
No,
you want
so traditionally the way Florida water is used is to really cleanse and clear and protect your energy field. Usually how they do it, or how it is used, is putting Florida water in your mouth and spitting it to a person. Obviously with COVID and all that, that's not the deal anymore. So, but that is how it is in a lot of cultures. So it's more so, however, though, then you can get creative, because I've done chakra blend once. I've done one for root chakra, all the chakras. And that was more so of for cleansing and balancing those chakras. So
yeah,
you
can, I think I did see that. Matter of fact, I think I saw it on the Sage on Leah's website. I mean, she had some different ones for like the chakras and things like that. So I was kind of wondering. I mean, I know she probably doesn't make hers. She probably, but I was just wondering, is it something you do for different things, or is it just a generic, it cleanses all?
Allow yourself to get creative. And that's pretty much why I was told to teach it this way. Like, not giving you guys, I don't want you guys to stay in this box. Okay. So for example, one of our number one sellers is a manifestation Florida water. What does that even mean? Or prosperity water. What does that even mean? So protecting your money, your income, all these, different forms, or your bank accounts. And so I use different herbs, and I use more my citrus, my lemon, think of green, right? And money. So that was the intention. It's really goes back down to your intention. What is your intention when you create this Florida water? Is it just for protection? Is it to protect your wallet? Is it to protect your house? Whatever it is. Or you could just do a generic one, and that's okay.
Okay.
But if you're like me and you like to get a little creative and think outside the box, then maybe you want to create something different, So,
and so then basically you've got a basic recipe for us and you tell us what to use. But if we choose, say you just use oranges and lemons, if we choose to do tangerines and grapes, we can make it to our own specifications.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
The recipe is just you have your florals, you have your greens, you have your citrus, and that's why I wrote on there like 3 parts, 2 parts, or however many parts, because you guys can get creative. And that's the thing. I want you guys to really tap into this green witch within yourself, this herbal person, and to be able to ask, what do I need to create? Like, what kind of Florida water should I create? You will never know until you try it. And then you're going to be surprised, like, oh shit, I created that. What?
Yeah.
And so the reason why I want you guys to make that as well, so that's also your homework, is you're going to make your Florida water. You're going to pull 3 cards, and you're going to create an herb blend. And maybe you create the herb blend tonight, and as you pull your cards tomorrow, you light the blend to see how it smells. How does it feel? And the Florida water is more so for cleansing, clearing your space. So as you continue to go through this program and just through life in its own, you can use the Florida water. You can use it in your mop bucket to clean your floors. You can use it to clean your doors, your walls, whatever it is. Because I really want you guys to just have this understanding, or this ritual that you can do, knowing that you're providing safety, comfort for not only yourself, but your home or partners. And to understand how magical you are.
Okay.
All right. Are there any questions before we leave? Is this making sense? I hope so, because I'm just kind of going with.
Okay. So you want us to do pull the cards,
Uh-huh.
set intentions, in a intention one, and then create a nerve blend to burn and Florida water. You want all of that done by next Saturday.
If you guys have time, I don't want you guys to feel stressed. So if you don't do it, that's okay. But at the minimal, at least do the cards. And then maybe next week you do the blends. Maybe you just do the cards for now and let your Florida water sit there for a while. But Erin says, let's do it and cheer each other. Yes. So let's do this. And let me write on here your homework. That way I don't forget. Well, I won't forget, but
You might.
Yep.
Start
Like I forgot recording. Thank you, Teresa. Calling me out. Jeez.
Yeah, I know. You really just want to smack me one time and then that'll be all good. Yeah, it's hard to believe, Erin, that I'm 66 years old now.
That's it.
I don't act it. Yep. The 8th, I turned 66. I was born in 1957.
Make your own Florida water and test it. I think that's all. So yeah, so as you're mixing your herb blend, you're gonna use the bowl that I gave you guys and the spoon, and you're just gonna create it in there. Let me copy so I can. Oh, she said you look beautiful. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and end just with the closing meditation, just allowing you guys to just come back to self. I'm just gonna play some music. Hold on, they're telling me something. Okay. So before I play the music, I'm gonna have you guys just close your eyes and take a deep breath. And take another deep breath. So I just want you to imagine being in the mountains or the forest. And you're just there. The sun is starting to rise. And take another deep breath. And so you see this tree and you start walking towards it. And as you get closer, you start to see this image. And so this is your green witch, your green medicine man or woman that is here to just connect with you. And just go ahead and stay here and allow yourself to receive any messages that they have for you. And as you breathe, I'm going to go ahead and play some music. A borrowed song, take me to the temple where take petals, the dance of the dawning night. just allow yourself to feel that energy within.
Bones and circles step to the left, arms stretched towards constellations rain down the memories weaving the threads. Her tapestry held the shape of the prophecy. Cast your bones and circles step to the left, arms stretched towards constellations rain down the memories weaving the threads. The tapestry held the shape of the prophecy. Cast your bones and circles step to the left. The tapestry held the shape of the prophecy. Cast your bones in the circles, step to the left, and set constellations rain down the memories weaving the threads. The tapestry held the shape of the prophecy. Cast your bones in the circles, step to the down the
Just take another deep breath. And if you guys are willing, allow me to just send you just love. And one more deep breath. And when you're ready, you can come back. How's everybody feeling? Good?
Yes.
What's wrong, Teresa?
Oh, it's nothing here. I'm just losing things. Like I have a whole box of candles,
Uh-huh.
like 20 some with all the different colors. I cannot find that box. There's something else. And I just keep thinking it over and over. I mean, I've looked everywhere I think it should be, but it's not there. And I don't know where. So it's like, it's one of those things that, yeah, something just, when I was sitting there doing my meditation, all of a sudden candles popped up.
Oh.
And I don't know why, but I'm sitting here going, but I can't find my box of candles. But something in there was saying candles. And I was like going, no, herbs. No, I didn't do that. But I'm sitting here, the last 3 days, I have looked for this box of candles. And I can't find them. But that was what I was sitting there thinking of. It just has me perplexed because I just don't know where I would have put them. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
So we are going to leave, and I just pulled this card out, which is the strength card, allowing that line within to come out, to stand in your power. And that's exactly what's going to happen as you guys start creating your own medicine. So I'm super excited. Please share what you guys create. Please share with us. Okay. And I will, right now, what I'm going to do is upload this video and then also, the Florida water recipe. That way you guys can have access to that.
Okay.
All right. I will see you Saturday.
Yep. See you
11
later.
a.m. Mountain Standard Time.
12.
I need to figure out this lighting. I don't like how it's making me look right now.
Yeah, there's a glare for some odd reason.
Yeah.
Now it's on
like
one
really...
side. Before it was in the whole face, but this is just on that one side. So I know my room's got this bad lighting too in here.
Oh, thank you, Erin. All right, guys. Love you.
Love you guys. Bye.
Make your magic.
Yeah.